So now we are moving on to number 5 in PHY 1 to 8 of the practice questions for test B. It says find the exact value of tan of A plus B and tan of A minus B for each given pair of values. A is equal to 120 degrees and B is equal to 45 degrees. So for this now we've got to use unit 5F for assistance. So let us do that. No, actually it's unit 5G that we're supposed to be using for this question. So there's a slight typo here. This is supposed to be 5G. We use 5F for number 4 already. So in 5G now, what we found with regards to tan of A minus B, what you have for cosine, you've got for cosine A minus B, you've got for, let's see where it begins. Well, it begins with cosine of A minus B. Here it is. What cosine of A plus B, sine of A minus B, sine of A plus B. And we are looking for tan of A minus B and tan of A plus B. So let us import this now to our solution. Here we have tan of A plus B. And we are going now for tan of A minus B. Now tan of A plus B is equal to tan A plus tan B, okay? Over 1 minus tan A tan B. So therefore, tan of 120, because A is 120, plus 45 is equal to, so we have a fraction, that'll be tan of 120 plus tan of 45 divided by 1 plus tan of 120 times tan of 45. Now, these angles that are provided for this type of exercise are actually, how we put it, common angles. Okay, angles whereby you can find the exact value of tan thereof, okay? So what is tan of 120? Tan of 120 is 0. Oh, no, sorry. That's 0 times tan of 120. Tan of 120. But we can find the exact value thereof. Let us do that. If we notice, tan of 120 is negative of tan of 60. Okay. Now, 60 degrees now. In a right angle triangle, you have 60, you have the 60, 30, 90. So to cut a long story short, we can use this right angle triangle right here. Okay, if this angle is 30 degrees, this angle is 60 degrees, right? And you've got the 1/2 and √3 upon 2 triangle. Okay, so now tan of 60 degrees, because remember 60 degrees will be up there and tan is opposite over adjacent. So tan of 60 degrees will be √2, okay, divided by 1/2, okay? That will be the opposite over adjacent. √2 divided by 1/2. What is √2 divided by 1/2? Let's check it out. And as you can clearly see, the square root of 3 divided by 2 divided by 1/2 is 1.732. So let us simplify √3 divided by a half. So here we have root 3 over 2 divided by half. That is equal to root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1, that's root 3. And root 3 now, let's prove that the root 3 is 1.73. So we have just proven that the square root of 3 is the same as the square root of 3 divided by 2 divided by half. So therefore now, tan of 120 is negative root 3. That will give us the exact value of tan of 120. Now what about tan of 45? Tan of 45 should be exactly 1. So as you can see, when the angle of a right angle triangle is 45 degrees, then the other angle will also be 45 degrees, and you have an isosceles right angle triangle. And the hypotenuse is 1. So both the adjacent and the opposite, will be exactly the same value, and tan is opposite of adjacent. The exact value divided by the exact value will be equal to 1. So tan of 45 is equal to 1. You can write this down clearly. Tan of 45 is equal to 1. So I'm ready to substitute now into this trig identity. So tan of 120, we know is root 3. So always we see tan of 120, we put root 3. And always we see tan 45, we put 1. And we can simplify this by this being root 3 plus 1. That'll be the numerator. Divided by 1 plus root 3. Because root 3 times 1 is actually root 3 itself. And root 3 plus 1 is the same as 1 plus root 3. So this will basically simplify to 1. Actually, there is an error because tan of 120 is not root 3. Tan of 120 is negative root 3. Okay, we have to take note of this. It's tan of 60 that is root 3, but tan of 120 is negative root 3. So always we see tan, we have to put negative root 3. There will be negative root 3 plus 1, or 1 subtract root 3. And below here, you will have 1 plus a minus root 3 times 1. Okay. To give us the same 1 minus root 3. We'll see how this plays out. Another typo, because tan of 120 plus 45, in the denominator we have to have minus, so that's 1 minus. Yes, that's where the error is. And error is always a learning opportunity. So below there now we'll have a 1 minus, because I was saying no, tan of 165 is not 1. Okay, so what we have there is 1 minus root 3 in the numerator, and in the denominator we have 1 plus root 3. Okay, so that should give us the exact value of tan of 120 plus 45. And tan of 120 minus 45, we can easily calculate this. 120 minus tan of 120 minus, that would be tan of A, that would be minus root 3 minus 1 over 1 plus minus root 3 times 1. So minus root 3 minus 1 remains as minus root 3 minus 1. And 1 plus minus root 3, that will give us 1 minus root 3. This should be the exact solution of tan 120 minus 45, open close bracket. So here we can actually put the substitution for tan of 120 minus 45. That would be tan 120 minus tan 45 over 1 plus